Hi there, my name is Haley Cromar and I'm super thrilled to be applying to the master's program at SDSU for marriage and family therapy. I've always been very passionate about everything emotions and doing my absolute best just to be a good listener and empathize with others. Even from when I was a small kid, I went through a lot of programs that had to do with like art therapy, and then I also had some experiences with a talk therapist. But overall, I've had so many amazing experiences working through my own personal traumas, just, experiencing it myself. There's one situation in particular where I was at a treatment facility and I was dealing with very severe depression, and it was very hard to experience that. And I think at the time, at least the facility I was in, I wasn't really seeing a lot of people that wanted to help me, and it kind of made me feel very alone. And I think in those moments, it's so important to have somebody that has intention behind caring for you. There was one person in particular, she was a nurse and her name was Wendy. And I just remember there was one night where it was particularly hard and I felt like I wasn't being heard and I felt very lonely. But Wendy was super, super helpful, and she sat me down and she listened to me with intention. And it just made me feel so seen and so heard. And she also taught me how to do my first breathing exercise, which was breathing in for 5 seconds, holding it for 5 seconds, breathing out for 5 seconds, and holding it for 5 seconds. And it kind of repeats that cycle. But it was just such a great tool for me personally, and it really has helped me. It's just such a great way to cope with emotional dysregulation, and I can tell that she was really passionate about helping me build tools that I can use in the future. And so that's what I really loved about that experience, is that she just made me feel so seen, she made me feel heard, she empathized with me, and she really did help make things better for me. I have not forgotten about her since, and the impact that she had on my life just in that small moment alone is so powerful to me. And what I'm hoping to do with my master's degree is I really want to be that person for someone else. It's such a fulfilling and powerful thing, and I can't think of anything else I would rather be doing with my time. In the world that we live in today, I feel like emotions are kind of like disregarded, but I really want to become a therapist so that I can push back against that kind of mindset, because emotions are this very useful tool that we have at our disposal to help us navigate relationships, ourselves, identity, our mental health. It is such a great tool. So learning to understand them and use them in our own favor for our own healing, it's just so important. And I want to be that kind of therapist that I can sit down with my clients and give them the kind of tools that they need to be successful. Another part of my identity is I am an artist. My bachelor's degree will be in studio arts with a minor in psychology. I personally do think that art does have its place in the mental health field. Having gone through art therapy programs myself, I can definitely speak that it does work and help with the healing of trauma. So my goal is, although I am going for more of a traditional therapeutic path, such as marriage and family therapy, I am hoping to incorporate art into my practice. So I want to make it like more of an accessible tool for others to take advantage of. Currently being in an art therapy program, on the other side, I am currently an intern with A Reason to Survive, which is this amazing community-centered art therapy program in National City. Basically what I do is I work with kids. It's a free program. Any of the kids can come in, and it's like a rehabilitation. A lot of these kids, they've grown up in environments where it's very inconsistent and they have a lot of trauma. It is such a big scale, you can't put them in one box, but it's just been such a fulfilling experience learning how to work with kids and how to use art in order to get these kids to open up and communicate. And you get to invest in them a little bit and make those connections. You see them change so well. You see them change for the better, and it's just such a beautiful and fulfilling thing to see happen, because you'll start at the beginning of the program and they'll be very unfamiliar with you. As you continue to show up and be there for them and just lend a good listening ear and be supportive, then they start to open up and trust you, and then you start getting into the real work, which is after that trust is built, then they start talking about things that are traumatic, and it is just such a good learning experience. And it's just very rewarding because, these are kids. I remember being that age. Maybe I wasn't in the exact same situation they were in, but I guess I almost, in a way, have a chance to be that person for these kids, just like Wendy was for me. So I am just loving it, and I definitely see myself in the future utilizing art in my practice. I think the thing that I am most excited to learn more about is attachment styles and just the kinds of ways that our development impacts our future. I've taken multiple classes where I've learned about different attachment styles. It's an important reminder that even the smallest things that have happened are things that, we have to work through as adults. Again, I am so excited to be applying to this program, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. I am just so incredibly grateful that you are taking time out of your day to hear my story and the reasons behind why I want to be a therapist. So thank you so much for your consideration. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you again. Bye.